So here we have the new 2015 Cadillac Escalade. This, as you're looking at it, is the new dash. It's actually fully digital. As you can see, you've got your fuel gauge and your tachometer on the left, your speedometer in the middle, and you have your oil temperature and gasoline gauge on the right, as well as additional information including radio and fuel range in the middle of the two dials on the left and right. You also have your drive indicator and your odometer. Overall, the digital dash is not bad, but it lacks depth. It simply looks like a screen, and that unfortunately doesn't recreate the experience you usually get with a Cadillac dash. I know that they're trying to recreate it, but it doesn't quite make it. There's no real 3D depth to it whatsoever, which may be limited by the hardware they're using. I believe this is Tegra 3, which would slightly limit them in terms of GPU horsepower, but should still allow them to do quite a bit of 3D rendering and all that kind of stuff that you would experience or expect to see with a, fully digital dash. You also have the Cadillac Q system over here. The weird thing about the implementation here is it doesn't look much different from other Cadillac Q systems. It's just the angling of it seems to be a little bit further back. When you look at the screen, it doesn't seem like it's as forward-facing. As a result of that, when the backup camera gets engaged, like so, one sec, right there, you can see that the angle just seems a bit off, and it doesn't quite seem as natural as it does in other Cadillac vehicles. Additionally, it still does the pop-up thing where you press the sensor over here and it'll open up on you. You've also got the USB ports there and the power. This is the disc tray, so you can input Blu-ray discs in there. And you've got your glove box over there, nothing too fancy. You've got a lot of your controls over here, so you have your ride height, you have the lane departure stuff, parking sensors, lane departures over here, parking sensors, glove box, traction control, and yeah, that's all the electronic stuff. You also have the normal Cadillac Q control on the wheel. Nothing crazy here. You do have the warming package for the wheel, and then you've got all that other stuff. And if you noticed over here, you have the air conditioning and warming for the seats, and that's part of the cold and warm weather package. And then you've got your headlight controls over here, as well as your four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive controls. You've got your window controls over here with child lock prevention, and you can also retract or bring in the mirrors with the buttons over here. So by pressing that button, they come in. By pressing it again, it go back out. And then over here, you've got your typical rear view mirror. Got your light buttons. You've got the door lights, the tilt for the sunroof, and a bunch of other features.